Good evening students, welcome back to the class. Today we are going to start with a new unit, that is chemical kinetics. So as the name is suggesting here, chemical kinetics, so chemical means it's related to chemical reactions, and kinetics means when the reaction is in progress, when the reaction is taking place. So related to chemical reactions, you have already got in first year thermodynamics and equilibrium chapter, and now in class 12 you will be studying about kinetics, chemical kinetics. Okay, so basically when a chemical reaction is done, we have to study some of the criteria. It is done for a reason in the lab. So first of all, when we do a chemical reaction, thermodynamics give us the feasibility, means whether that chemical reaction will occur or not. Up to what extent it will occur, it is given by equilibrium, where we have studied the equilibrium constant, right? Next, in chemical kinetics, we will study how fast a reaction is occurring, that is the rate of a reaction. So now it is clear, I think so. So chemical kinetics is basically related to the rate of a reaction, how speed the reaction is occurring. Now here I would like to give you an example. Suppose you say you are at position A and now you have moved to position B. Okay, when I'm talking about the speed I mean to say that your distance is changed. You have covered this much of distance in unit time, let it be 1 hour, let it be 1 minute. Okay, so that is the unit time, how much distance you have covered. Similarly, when we talk about a chemical reaction, we have to study about the initial point and the final point. Our initial point is what? The reactants, and our final target is what? What is the goal? The products. So it is very much related to our daily life, or when we talk about time and distance. Clear? If this is the product, that is your starting point, your ending point will be B, that is your this is your reactant and this is your product. And even in chemical reaction, you have to consider the time. Okay, so rate is related to the speed that we use in time and distance formulas. Okay, now when we talk about the rate, we mean to say that decrease of reactant and increase of products. Suppose for example, A plus B gives C. These are your reactants and this is the product. When the reaction is going on, you know that A plus B, A and B molecules will decrease. The number of moles of A and number of moles of B will decrease in the course of time, because these two are reacting, and whatever you are getting product will increase as the time is going on. When a chemical reaction is done, initially we used to take the reactant, right? And after some time we get the product. So what happened to those reactants? It is getting converted to products. So what we can say is that during the course of a reaction, A and B is decreasing while C is increasing. So we can also say here that rate of a chemical reaction is dependent on how or what amount the decrease in reactant as well as the increase of the products. Clear? Suppose you say R is converted to B. R is the reactant while P is the product, suppose. Then how we can calculate the rate of disappearance of A? How we can calculate the disappearance of A? You have to do final concentration minus initial concentration divided by time. Clear? Final concentration minus initial concentration by time. So ultimately we can say that it is, when we take out difference, we say it's delta, right? So it will be delta concentration of R. Don't forget here to put the concentration sign, that is your bracket. Okay, so delta R means what was the initial when you have taken the reactant, and after the chemical reaction is over, or in between the chemical reaction, what is the amount of reactant left. So that is what? Final minus initial, that is your delta concentration of R. Now, since we are talking about rate and it is always in comparison with time, unit time, whether it be 1 second, 1 minute, okay, so it will be delta T. Clear? Again, when we talk about appearance of P, remember here R will always decrease, that is why it is written disappearance, and P will always increase, that is why it is written appearance. Okay, you can also use the term decrease and increase here. So rate of appearance or rate of increase of the concentration of product P is equal to delta P by delta T. Now one more thing here you have to keep in mind is the signs, here negative and here it is positive, right? Why it is so? Because you know that the final concentration of the reactant will always be less than the initial concentration because it is always decreasing. Clear? So from the smaller value you have subtracted the higher value, so you will get a negative here. And using the logical sense also you can say that since it is decreasing, so it is negative here, while the concentration of P is increasing, so it will be always here positive. Clear? And the rate of the individual appearance and disappearance of reactants and products respectively is called the average rate. And how you can find out the unit of rate is by using the formulas here. This is the concentration, right, ultimately. So concentration divided by time, and concentration is mole per liter. In per liter, how much mole is present, that is your concentration. And time is second, okay, SI unit second. So mole per liter per second is the unit of rate here. And you can also say that rate of a reaction is equal to how much rate is how much concentration of reactant that is decreasing is equal to how much concentration the product is increasing. Because you see here reactant and product, if suppose 5 moles, initially suppose 10 mole was there, if 5 moles of reactant is absent after a certain time, what happened to those 5 moles? Where does it go? It is forming the product, that is your 5 moles. Clear? So if 5 mole is absent here, 5 moles will be present here, and if 6 moles is absent here, 6 moles will be present here. Clear? How much reactant means it is absent, that much of the same amount product is formed, because it is converted, no? So every mole of the reactant absent indicates that that much amount of the moles of product is formed. Clear? So this is just the initials of the kinetic energy where we are talking about the rate. But now in the later sessions we will study what affects the rate of a reaction and more about rate of reactions. Okay, so let me repeat once more here that when we talk about chemical kinetics, we basically talk about the rate of the reaction and how it depends on other factors, how it is related to other categories of the chapter. Okay, now in a chemical reaction, the product always forms the the reactants always forms the product. The amount of product absent means that much amount of the product is formed. Suppose this is the reactant, okay, 5 moles is absent here. It directly indicates that 5 moles has gone this side, means 5 moles of the product is formed here. Clear? Now when we are taking out the rate of disappearance of the reactant, it is always negative because the reactant concentration is always decreasing with time. Ultimately, at the end of the chemical reaction, you can see that only products are there. You cannot find any reactants. If this is also another topic where if the reaction is complete, then only it can happen. Okay, that one you have studied in equilibrium, no? So if a reaction is complete, then only you can find that the whole of the reactant is converted to product. Otherwise it will stop in halfway, or it will not even start also in some case. Okay, so you have to induce it by some heat. Now that is another thing here. We are not discussing about equilibrium, so we are talking about the rate here. Now rate of appearance of P is always positive, this one you have to remember, and they are equal. The rate of these two, appearance and disappearance, are equal because as I have already said that the amount the reactant is absent, that much amount of the product is formed. I hope this is clear. And you can also see the rate here, concentration by time, okay, so is equal to mole per liter by second. I hope this is clear. Thank you.